Hey all, this is Val here with another Epic 7 video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to gear a unit. We're also going to take a look at the new management system. I'm very excited about this. This is something that the game has sorely needed, and so I figured since I was going to be talking about stats and gearing today anyways, what better way than to also make this an intro video into the new manage equipment option. Now, there are a few things that you do need to know when building a hero and choosing how to gear them. You need to know what's going to be their role in the group. You need to know where you're going to be using it, meaning is this going to be PvE or PvP based content. Once you know those things and you have an idea of the group that you're going to be using the particular hero with, then you can start to gear them. In our use case scenario here for Luluca, we're going to go ahead and assume that she is going to be our main damage dealer for Wyvern 11. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to do this with the buffs in mind. So, you know, her armor brick on skill 1, her attack buff on skill 3. So let's hop right into it. First of all, if we look at her skills, we're going to get armor break here. This pretty much remains unchanged. And then this, instead of stacking damage to the skill, is going to stack damage to the attack, which means this is going to get better, this is going to get better. So because all these are attack scaling items. Now I do want to use her in Wyvern, so she is going to need speed. So with that in mind, let's show you what we can do. So here's our new dealing with Bob. We're going to, and by the way, dealing with Bob is a technical term. We're going to click on manage equipment. So let's start talking about this. Now naturally you're saying, okay Val, you want a DPS unit, she's going to get attack. Let's maximize that by multiplying her attack with an attack set. Now there's something I'm going to say that you guys are going to be like, what Val, are you insane? When you're looking at something like this, even with a 4-piece bonus, that doesn't necessarily mean that attack is the obvious choice, right? You have other options that you can increase your attack and increase attack damage. For instance, making sure that you have attack substats on your gear. Let's talk about that. So in this case, I know I want a DPS user. I know I want to multiply her attack to make her stronger. So I naturally think, let's go attack set, right? So if you take a look here at the bonus, for using this, you get 35% once you use all 4 pieces. Now here's the tricky part, okay? You also have to look at your substats, right? This is kind of a good example. Right now, this is a level 15 item. And it only has 7% attack. So let's say that this was the only attack piece I had with an attack percent substat, right? That would mean that in total I would get 42% attack. However, let's take a look at an item like this, okay? This is speed set. I get 22% attack here. I only need 23% more attack in 5 slots to make this speed set better than this attack set with a single attack substat. This is something very important to keep in mind because this is a stats game. While you can look at the bonuses and say, oh wow, I want this bonus. However, if you're not stacking the correct substats, this bonus will never be enough to carry it above another piece that actually is stacking the correct substat you want. And that's how you need to look at gearing the unit. So in this case, going with this sword would be a much better match because already we're over halfway to what this could bring us with just this sword and this set bonus alone. Now obviously this should tell you right away that the Holy Grail would be using attack set with every piece that has an attack substat and rolled appropriately. Now, you don't need everyone to roll into attack because we do want to use this unit in PvE, specifically in Wyvern. You do want to get at least 180 speed, at minimum 180 speed, so speed becomes an important substat to you. Now, why is that? In Wyvern, the boss is fairly quick. I believe he has around 205 speed. So if you don't want to be lapped by him, then you do want to have the appropriate amount of speed and a combat readiness person if you feel you're not comfortable where your speed is at. Your combat readiness person can be the fast one, and he and or she will carry the units for you if you come short of your speed goal. So that's really important on the 4-piece set. Make sure the stub stats are appropriate. Now let's go back to her. Let's look at her base stats, right? This is what you have to work with. Keep in mind the orange text here is included in this number, all right? So here you can see she's got 103% or 100, and actually let's strip her so we get a good blank look. We'll eat that 25K. So here we go. Here's her base stat, 1.3K attack. We've got 103 speed, 15% base crit chance, 150% critical damage, and 18 effectiveness. Now, because we want her to be the main damage dealer and we are running with TG in our Wyvern 11 group, that means we really don't have to focus too hardcore on effectiveness because we have a reliable armor breaker already. So we already know we can delegate this to a second class stat. While it would be good to have it on gear, it's not going to be our main focus. However, she's going to be attacked, so we know we want to attack substats. We know we don't need that much defense. We know we don't need that much health. The reason why is because in Wyvern 11, if she's getting hit, something already is going wrong, as the boss will always focus your tank and he won't hit anyone else unless your tank has gone down. Speed we know we need, so since our goal is to get roughly 180 speed, we know we need 77 speed. Crit chance, because of who I am, I like 100% crit, and again because we know we're going to build an attacker, we know we want critical hit damage. So based off that, we know our substats that we're looking for on every piece of gear is attack, speed, crit chance, crit damage, and if we have to sub something out, if they're missing one, then we can go with an effectiveness substat. Anything else really won't help our build. So let's go back into Equipment Manager now that we have a better understanding of that. You know, on a side note, what I really like about this is we can theory craft this without me having to actually equip it and eat the cost, because I'm actually not ready to equip her gear. But we're going to assume everything here isn't equipped on another character, and we're going to look at the appropriate substats. We're going to do a bad build, an okay build, and then a better build, so that way we can get an understanding of it. So let's start off with, we're going to be very narrow-minded in our view, right? We're going to say attack set only with crit only, and we're going to take a look at the gear. Okay, so here's our attack gear. Let's see, we've got attack, speed, critical chance, effectiveness. We don't have crit damage. Here we've got health, attack, speed, critical chance. Here we've got speed, attack, critical hit chance, health again. Now we haven't fully leveled this one, but we already see that we only have 2 of our desired substats. Here we can say, all right, this is nice. We got 20% attack, we've got speed, we've got critical hit chance, and now we do have effect resistance. But let's just say that we really, really like that. Here's another one. We've got effectiveness, attack, critical hit damage, but no crit chance. And here we have an unleveled one. So let's say, okay, we really like this. We feel that this meets our goal, and we're going to go with this. That's going to be our sword. Next, we're going to move on to our helm, and we're going to see what we've got here. So for helms, okay, we like that, 15%, 4% here, but we've got flat stat and effectiveness. So we don't have any critical hit damage or speed. Here we've got 18% attack, we got 6 speed, we have all the stats that we want. Granted, not with the best rolls there ever were, but we have all of our desired stats in one piece of gear. Attack, crit chance, effectiveness, and health. We're missing 2 stats, which are speed. Here, we don't really like it. No, we have very low attack, but we have decent speed. No crit chance, no crit damage, but we do have effectiveness. So you can basically get the idea. Here, we've got 24% attack, 5% crit chance, but no speed. Now, speed is very important because we do, remember, we do need to get to around 70, but we're only at 7 right now, right? So if we went with this, yes, she would hit harder, but she would be too slow to be usable. And we're just going to go through this since we already know the stats we're looking for. Alright, so in this, we're going to say, you know what? This is the best choice. We get some speed, we get attack, we get everything that we want, right? So next we'll move on to our chest. Now we only have 2 chests at the moment. One, and remember, on chests you cannot get attack. So this health would be really nice if it was effectiveness and we would still stay on our track. Here we do get crit chance, no crit damage. We only get 1 of our desired stats and no speed. So for the first time, let's take a look at crit chance because, well, we do have one, but maybe we can do better, right? And we already know what we're looking for, so we're not going to harp on that. So basically, this doesn't look that great, right? We don't really have a lot to work with. We've got 12% and 6 speed. If we need to come back, maybe this will be our swing slot. But for now, we'll take a look at this, and we'll go with this chest. We feel like this is the best option. We know we can't get attack, but at least we get 3 of our desired substats. So let's move on to our necklace. Again, we're going to go to attack. And we're going to go and we're going to get fancy. We're going to say attack percent. And we're going to say, what else is important to us? Let's say crit chance. And we don't have anything. This is why I don't recommend going too detailed on subs. Just go, especially if you know you don't have a lot of that particular gear piece, right? So now for this slot, we know we need crit. Right now we're at 33% crit. So let's go ahead and say we're going to use a crit chance necklace. And let's look for one with our desired stats. This one seems decent. We only get 3 speed, but we do get 17% crit damage and 60% crit chance. So we get 3 of our desired subs. We do not get attack. Let's go look at this one. No, because we only get crit chance. We do get a decent amount of crit damage, but our crit chance with this is only at 36%. Here we do get crit chance, we do get crit damage, we also get attack, but now we don't get speed. But we know speed is becoming an issue as we're starting to fill in slots. So we say, alright, we will go with this where we're not entirely happy with it. We are missing attack, but we are running attack set. So we compromise to that. But let's check crit chance just to be sure. So here we can see we've got this crit chance necklace, a little bit of crit damage, but no speed. Here we get crit chance, and that's really it. And some effectiveness, but effectiveness really is our secondary stat. We're not really excited by that. So our options are limited here as well. We don't have any that we feel are just the magic that we need to make her better. We have some that are slightly better options than others, but nothing that really says, okay, this is the one that I need to equip. Because we didn't get really good substats of crit chance, we really can't go with a crit damage necklace. I always recommend a crit damage necklace and getting your crit chance and substats because, in my opinion, you get a bigger benefit from running crit damage here than you do from running crit chance. It's mostly because when crit chance is all in here, crit chance increases damage. We all know that. But crit damage is a much bigger increase. So if you can get all of it here and go to a damage increasing stat like crit hit damage here, that's golden. You'll get 65% extra crit damage, and that's going to make more of a difference than having crit chance here. Now, if you can't get to 100% crit, and you're like me, you're a stickler for it, then going for crit chance here just makes sense. But keep in mind, if you're very far from your goal for crit chance, then don't go crit damage, because if you don't this crit damage necklace means nothing. Because we're not even close to our crit chance here, we cannot go with the crit damage necklace as much as we would like to. So because of this, it looks like we're going to have to compromise down to this necklace. We pick up a little bit of speed, but at least we get crit chance and we get crit damage. And now we're at 93%, which means we only need 7% more here. Now, because of this, now we're talking about our 2-piece bonus. Here, because we're focused in on we have to use critical set. Remember, this is not us being flexible. This is just strictly looking and going, oh, wow, I need crit chance because I want to crit a lot. So now let's take a look at our crit chance options. Okay, here we've got this great ring. We've got 17 speed. We've got attack. We've got our crit chance we need to be 100%. So we go ahead and do that. Now don't forget to figure in the 12% bonus. So we don't need to look any further. That's going to be our ring. Now lastly, we need to go to our boots, and we know we have to go crit. So let's see what we got. We're at 143 speed. We know we need speed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just have to pick speed boots because we didn't get enough in substats, and 143 speed is just too slow to make any difference. So let's take a look here for crit. First, let's separate it. That would be nice. Alright, here goes some speed boots. We've got crit chance, we've got attack, and we've got speed. We don't have crit damage. We're over what we need on crit chance. So let's see if there's something else we can put in there. Okay, here's some speed boots. Here we get 40 speed. We do pick up crit damage, which gives us 200%. And we get our 40 speed, which gives us 183, so we are over our goal. But we just want to make sure we're making the right decision here. And it looks like this would be it, because we are picking up our crit damage. We really don't need crit chance anymore, but we don't get any more attack. So with this build, because we said that, you know, this is all we can use. There's nothing else we could possibly use for this. We're ending up at 32, 44 attack, 100% crit, 200% crit damage, 23% effectiveness. And remember, these were the 4 stat and 183 speed. These were the stats that we deemed were necessary and what we needed to do in order to make Lulu great again. Now that we went through the first one very detailed, I'm going to go ahead and go through these. I will speed up the video and then you'll see the process. So see you in a bit. Okay, so we're done. As you can see, not only does she have more attack, more speed, and more crit damage, but she is also much faster, which is always a good thing when dealing with Wyvern. You can see she has 100k CP and is just basically a really solid unit at this point. She's ready to rock and roll with these stats. She'd do very good in Wyvern. But as you can see, like, yeah, if I just focused on attack and crit damage, or crit chance 2-piece set, I never would have been able to get these stats, right? Because I just didn't have the gear, but my mind was trained to say, okay, it's attack, I need attack. It's crit chance, I need crit chance. Always keep in mind your stat goal and where you want to go, all right? Don't be too focused on, I have to have attack, I have to have defense, or whatever the case may be. You know, look at those as a primary source, but then think and go, I know you're going to be like, you're crazy, Val. I know this resist set sitting over here. You're going, dang, I've got like 50 resist. Maybe I need to look in there to see for my second piece set if I have pieces that are better than what I normally use. And you don't know. You may go through that and be like, holy crap, dude, I got a 65% attack ring with freaking 20% crit, 20% attack, 10 speed, and yeah, I got flat health, but holy smokes, that I need to use that as broken, or let me see if I have another resist piece. And the reason why, if you have another resist piece with great stats, that's going to get you to where you go. I mean, at least you pick up extra resist. I mean, hey, resist is a good thing, right? So that's really about how to gear. The things I would really like you guys to take away from it is know the role the unit is going to be performing in the group that you're going to place the unit in. know where you're going to be using the unit. Is it going to be PvE? Is it going to be PvP? Is it going to be hunts? Is it going to be raids, etc.? And then lastly, once you know that and you know the team she's going to be in, then all you have to do is gear her appropriately for that situation. And this one, we didn't have to really focus on her armor break because we already have someone doing the armor break in our Wyvern team. And typically in our raid team, we do have other sources of armor break, either in Bologna or another unit. So it's like, all right, I just need her to smash. That's all I need her to do. And so that's how we geared her. That's going to do it for this video. If you feel that I missed something or I'm way off base, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below. As always, thank you all for watching, and all you dudes and dudettes out there, stay frosty.